This meeting of the West Bridgewater Board of Assessors at 6:05. And we are being recorded by the West Bridgewater Community TV.
Should I read the public access notice, Mr.
Sure,
Chairman?
please.
Due to the public safety concerns regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, this meeting will be open to the public through remote participation only. The meeting will be accessible to the public via audio conferencing capabilities by telephone. If you would like to listen live, please dial 425-436-6392 and enter the access code 604239 to join the live teleconference. Please be advised the chairman may not allow questions from the listening public. To view a live broadcast of the meeting, please go to West Bridgewater Channel 9 on Comcast Cable Television.
Very good.
Mr. Chairman, board members, you do not have any appointments this evening. I just wanted to bring you up to date on the work from home status. You received my weekly
Yeah,
update
very
yesterday.
good. Yeah, they're pretty thorough. It's a job well done.
A lot of credit to Daniela. She's
Sure.
she's really handling the work that comes in the office through the mail and through the telephone and through email. And under old and new business, the request to transfer Principal Secretary Daniela Nelson to full-time position is on the Board of Selectmen's agenda this evening. I don't anticipate any
Right.
problem with
Yeah.
the decision. It
Let's
just
hope
has
not.
to go through the process.
Right.
And also, once Daniela transitions from part-time to full-time, I will work in coordination with the Human Resources Director to post the part-time position.
And if you would, keep myself and the board fully apprised of that.
I will.
I have a couple concerns.
So I would expect that process to begin tomorrow, again, after the Board of Selectmen made their decision this evening.
And we're hoping to, with the interviews, and I think the last time there was like maybe three, once we cut it down, like three more sets of interviews. And there was, of course, a lot of applicants. So we're hoping to have that job filled by the middle of July or the 1st of July? Probably the middle of July?
I think the 1st of July is probably optimistic,
Right,
maybe even mid-July.
right, sure. Okay.
Obviously, we want to fill it as soon as possible.
Absolutely, right, yeah. So we can start rocking and rolling.
Do we still have the applications of the people that kind of came down to the last couple go-rounds?
Yes.
And we tried to reach, I understand we still have to do postings and certain things like that, but maybe we should reach out to those people just
Absolutely.
to make it
That's
a
one
little
of the
easier.
things I intend to bring
Yeah.
up with the Human
But
Resources.
that was what, a year ago, a year and a half, Yeah.
Over a year. Your anniversary was April 14th?
Yeah.
11, yeah.
11th, April 11th, excuse me. So just about a year, yes, a little over a year. You have some warrants for bills payable before you. I do not have any minutes for your review or acceptance this evening. And unless you have any questions on the warrants before you to sign, I have no business for executive session. And I will mention this was in the mailbox after the agenda was posted, but the annual town report has been published, and the annual recommendations of the Board of Selectmen and the Finance Committee for the June 29th town meeting is in this report. I haven't even had a chance to look at it in terms of
Right.
what recommendations they made. I did have a conversation with the town administrator probably about a month ago, and he said that the state was projecting a 15% reduction in state aid, and that he would make some plans probably to make cuts in all budgets.
Yeah, I just read
Similarly to-
I just read the article on the world famous city of Brockton regarding all that stuff. And they're gonna get buried with the chapter 70 money off and the hotel receipts, everything off. So they're expected, they've had their layoffs, but I got a feeling every community's in the same boat.
So I'm just looking very quickly, the Board of Assessors requested $258,359 for fiscal '21. The Board of Selectmen approved $238,000. $258,677.
What was our initial request?
258, 359,
Right,
and they're making a recommendation of 238,667, and the FinCom
yeah.
agreed with the Board of Selectmen's recommendation.
I mean, that's
Or
not,
vice versa,
that's not really too bad considering we were looking for the full-time doe on the second position there.
about $20,000.
Right, yeah. When you're done with that, I just want to make a general statement.
Sorry, just making,
No, 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 no.
trying to figure out where that cut is. Go ahead.
I just want to, without getting into details, obviously, I don't know if I can or not, but on the recent appellate tax board case that was adjudicated, right? I just want to give a shout out to you, right, on all that stuff and, you know, what we had to do there, without getting into particulars, obviously. That was a huge win for the town, which we should have won, but, you know, you never know about those things. And I know for a fact that a lot of towns would have caved at a minimal give down just to get rid of it. We decided not to, right, based on what we knew and talking to an attorney that was within the fit on that stuff. And there's a large, you know, it goes unnoticed, but there's a large shout out to be given to yourself and, you know, town council, and to me a little bit, but, you know, you were the lead guy on that, and we both learned a lot, and it was a good deal. I just want to make sure that, you know, the other board members know it, I'm sure they do. And if I can or will, I have a chance to, I'll expand on it in town meeting. Because it's worth it. We save considerable tax dollars for the town. 3 years plus the interest, you know, huge money.
It's a $5 million assessment.
Yeah, but if they waived the whole thing, the tax bill was $210,000, you know, plus the interest, so that's a huge feather in our cap. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And that may be the subject of the annual conference of the Assessors Association in June. It's going to be a Zoom conference this year. They've canceled the physical conference. But one of the speakers is going to talk about solar arrays and taxation. And I have a feeling that they might be discussing this recent decision, because
There's only a few of them out there.
it's a record decision.
Yeah, there's only a few of them that line up with that one, you know, the one that have case precedent.
I think it's the only
Westboro and Swansea. And maybe there was something done, maybe they caved where Dave was from in Plainville, but there's only a couple of them, you know? And, you know, but I really can't believe how they approached that. And that gave us a win on their valuation, which is not acceptable. I read that a couple times and kind of like shaking my head. Anyways, it was a good one for the town of West Bridgewater.
I don't agree with their decisions in Marlborough, the Forestdale case, or the Swansea case. But we applied their logic in those rulings in those cases.
And, you know,
And we prevailed in this case as a result.
and why don't we on the Swansea case? Because we talked to the attorney. It was based on 1970 New England solar on residential rooftop stuff. At the time, they were doing passive and active, right?
That's correct.
So, you know, even though it's kind of in the same ballpark, you know, or the church or whatever, you know, it's not the right pew. It was altogether a different scenario.
Absolutely.
And they hung their hat on that in 1970 and 72. And so that's what they're doing now. And that's, you know, a lot of towns, rather than spend the time and energy, will cave and come to some agreement, you know. We've got some excellent pilots, and that one there that we were victorious on. And, you know, lack of a better word, I'm damn proud of it, because we worked hard on those things.
It's a big case.
Yeah, and the pilots that we, you know, on the other stuff we did, so, good.
It's a big win.
Good job, John.
And so, as I said, I don't have anything for executive session, so unless there's any other business that wasn't on the agenda as unanticipated business, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Well, it's gonna be the shortest one. No other business, so, I'll make a motion that,
I'm sorry, did Paula get to see the warrants? Just in
no,
case-
sorry, you gotta
Just in
sign.
case you have any questions on that before
You need
the board
signature.
adjourns.
Do you have, are they, what I'm gonna read at town meeting, is it part of this package here?
No, it is not. I will prepare that for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions on that I'll talk to you about.
Well, I'm glad.
What day, are you coming in here like on Wednesdays, or what days you come in?
I usually come in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
In the
Some
morning
weeks,
or afternoon?
some weeks Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually in the morning.
Okay.
And that's going to change now to almost every day because I will be doing I started doing permits in the field last week,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, prioritize them, you know.
So I was in the field, for example, yesterday from about 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock last night. I got involved in that Luke Estate subdivision, and once I got started, I just didn't want to stop, so I stayed a little
Right.
bit later than I expected. But-
Yeah,
And then I dropped it in Daniela's desk, my chicken scratch, and how'd you do
Right.
that? Were you able to figure most of that out?
I got it, yeah.
gee, I hope it's all done, Daniela.
All the
Jesus.
construction.
All right, so, can we make a motion to adjourn? Oh, Paul gets done with that.
No, these seem straight, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
And we don't need a roll call tonight, right?
No, you do not. You have a full board here in attendance.
We had that last night with the CPC and, you know, on the phone, and it worked out pretty good, but it's hard to sit there for an hour and a half and try to pay attention. We heard that, you know, Andy was cooking supper in the background, so I asked if she made enough for everybody, you know.
Very, very difficult. And mentioning the town meeting did remind me, Friday is the deadline for submitting omitted or revised
The
assessments.
20th, right?
It's actually, yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually the 20th, which is a Saturday,
Do
so
we
I don't
have
know if
any-
it carries over.
Well, we could talk, is that
Yeah.
something you could talk about, you know?
Yes, I just want to give the board a heads up. Daniela pulled the folder today. I'll take a look at it tomorrow.
It can't be only a couple of them, right?
Exactly. I may need signatures, that's why I want to bring it up.
Yeah.
I may need signatures on tomorrow or Friday, just so. I know Cheryl, I can usually get in touch with you.
Yeah.
You're hard to get in touch with.
Well,
Paula is
to put that,
usually available.
to put that warrant together, what are you gonna put together, get those bills, you know, going?
Mhm.
Can that be, can the signatures come anytime as long as you get that?
Anytime.
Yeah, so as long as you get that paperwork all set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as it's dated and signed, I'm gonna call the Department of Revenue tomorrow too, to find out if Friday is a deadline or Monday, because it falls, the 20th falls on a
They
Saturday.
always do.
Usually goes to Monday.
Right, I'd be, yeah,
But
right,
I want to err on the side of caution
all right.
by making the call.
And what day is the town meeting on, the 2 days after the election?
29th.
Yeah, it's in the gym versus the auditorium.
I haven't talked to Annie about the arrangements.
Yeah, they get,
Nathan, do you know?
there's a thing on YouTube about it.
Jim in the gymnasium.
Yeah, there's a YouTube thing on it, how they're gonna plan that or something.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that. You can hold more people when you're social distant.
One more challenge. And I assume legislative bodies are different than the 10-person rule, because the 10-person rule is still in effect. So there must be an exception for governmental bodies.
Absolutely. Gotta keep those budgets going, you know?
And
So,
just one more thing I thought of. I've ordered some plexiglass to hang from the ceiling around the two secretarial staff's desks, so that they will have some protection from potential spread of the virus. Hasn't been installed yet, but I don't know if you noticed, the public counter does have the plexiglass in place.
most of the ones I've seen don't hang from the ceiling, they're like, you know, maybe like an old bank teller, like four foot maybe or
Some
something.
of them
Like
are free,
CBS.
some of them are freestanding, but in this case, hanging them from the ceiling will not touch the desks and won't take up any footprint on the desk. That's it.
That's it.
Do you want to go for a record? If you adjourn now, it's 6:16.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do I hear any discussion or a second?
You need a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.